Alright, welcome to another episode of Chilli discussion. And today we have our in-house intern,
Adam.
who is being forced to sit in a podcast with me to discuss about the next hit of the media.
Yes.
Now, Adam, can you just tell us briefly about the topic for the day?
Alright, so today's topic is going to be the phrasing, take off your shoes before you enter my house. So basically this is about in most tradition, before most of the time it's Asian culture, you have to take off your shoes before you enter someone's house.
Okay.
Some country doesn't do that, so
Okay.
they go into the house wearing shoes. So this whole topic is about relation between that phrasing and life in general. So it's like this hidden tradition of enforcement. I don't know what the word. It's like a tradition that when you enter someone's territory, you need to respect their conditions.
Yep.
So this whole topic is about that. So yeah, I hope you understand that.
I think in slightly I can get the idea of what you're trying to send out.
Yeah.
Just correct me if I'm wrong. I'm in my mind when I look at the topic, I'll be thinking something like cross-cultural psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
As well as a bit of social diversity and multiculturalism.
Yeah. But it doesn't. Yeah, it's most of that about like that.
So it's interesting that you picked this topic for the day. Probably you can share with our audience what makes you pick the topic and what is so interesting about the topic.
So this topic was chosen because there's a dilemma that happens a lot in Malaysia right now. So I noticed that not many media touches on this topic because they don't. I think it might be controversial, but I think most of them just doesn't know how to describe it without making it seem racist. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry.
So it was this. I'm using this opportunity to educate people at the same time, as well as because this is something that everyone experienced, but no one actually ever talk about it. So
True.
yeah.
I do think so as well.
Mm-hmm.
In this context, what makes you pick the title? I mean, is there any interesting thing that happened recently, or whatever things that you would, suddenly come to your mind that you wanted to pick this title for today's podcast?
Yeah. There's this news, like a trend on TikTok. I'm not going to say which country they're from, but this certain person from another country came into Malaysia and they were given the opportunity to stay here because for shelter, and they caused a ruckus there.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's spicy.
Yeah, I think you know which story I'm talking about.
I know. I mean, there are a lot of people that are like that.
Yeah.
Probably that is just because it is a bit. It was captured on
Camera.
phone, so that people shared it out. But in reality, there are more than that is happening. I
Yeah.
believe, because not too far from the place that I stay is full of foreigners as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad because there's actual reason why they did that, but people just see what they want to see on that.
I
is-
believe so. So when you said about a particular person from a particular country that caused
Ruckus.
issues
Yeah.
when they are being given shelter over here, there are two sides of the people on the internet. I do not know whether you realize or not.
Yeah.
One side would say that please feel grateful that you are being given a shelter and respect who has given you the shelter. The other side of the internet, the netizens, actually mentioned that, hey, you should know that they are facing PTSD. We should be a bit more compassionate and things like that. I don't know. What's your view?
I know it's a very you cannot really pick side without seeming like a bad person.
Yeah, but I'm interested to know which side you are on.
Because personally, I'm on, like, I'm not sure, because I'm on both sides.
You're on both sides.
Yeah.
Pick a side.
I cannot pick a side because they come here, right? I think imagining, like, in a different situation, you saw a homeless man on the street, you bring him inside to eat, and then all of a sudden he just start throwing trash everywhere. I don't think that situation is bad, because the example is bad because he just throw randomly, but maybe in their head that's normal, and you should educate them because they don't know that. But it's hard because it's not just
So
one
you're
person,
not
one
going to pick a
person.
side.
Yeah, I could not pick a side because
Okay.
both
Yeah.
sides are right, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because everyone has opinion, and it's not like they're wrong. So I really don't know who is the villain here.
Okay. All right. I respect your view. Yeah. For me, I personally do think that mental health is important, but we should not use it as an excuse or reason for misbehavior.
Yeah.
In all honesty.
It shouldn't excuse your action. It should just give a reason as to why you did that. It's a reason, not an excuse.
Exactly, because it's not just about foreigners. At many times, I do feel that mental health has been misused in a lot of areas. For instance, when somebody committed something, they went and get themselves diagnosed for something else. And I do not know how it was being linked. Somehow in the court, people are saying, he's misbehaving like that. He touches other people's buttock because he has autism. I mean, that doesn't give you the excuse to do so, honestly. No matter you're having autism or whatever condition you have, it does not permit you to misbehave in the public.
Yeah, it's not like they don't have. It's not like there weren't ways to not do that.
Yeah, it's gonna bring a bad name for mental health.
Yeah.
It's just gonna tell people mental health are for those with problems.
Yeah.
That's what I personally think. So other than the one that you mentioned, I also noticed from my side that a lot of people are actually asking for donations at the middle of the road. Do you notice that the increase of these people that literally when you stop at a traffic light, they go car to car knocking on the door and asking for donations, and actually they are not locals.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, like, a motorcycle can just come and knock you down. They don't care.
It's like they're desperate, but the sad thing is most of them aren't even adult.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
they bring children.
Yeah.
And they ask children to do this so that people feel a lot of sympathy. They kasihan, and then they're going to give the money, and it reinforces the behavior because there is a positive outcome out of it. They get something out of it.
Yeah, they get money.
They
They
get
get
money.
aggressive if you don't give. Like they.
Oh
some they
yes,
like,
a lot of them get aggressive.
Sometimes they start screaming and crying, saying like, "Why the hell?"
Yeah, actually, just 2 days ago, nearby my house, there was this old man that literally is there every day. I know. I'll always pass by the place. This person, that time so ngam, the timing, when I was stopping at the traffic light, he just came out from his, don't know which cave it is lah. So he was setting up his himself. When I say setting up, it means that he need to look kesian in order for people to give him money. So that time I saw him pulling up his pants. He purposely, make the wound look worse. Memang lah, I know he got a small wound here, but he purposely, put some powder or whatever, make it look throat like banana like that. Like hijau. Purposely, I don't know what he sprayed on it, and then something, is there. He was setting up, and I was there standing. I was there in a car. I was looking at him. I said, wow, you need some makeup before you start doing the job. Literally. And he will koyak his clothes a bit. He literally koyak one. It's a good cloth. It's a good shirt.
Yeah.
He did it on purpose. So personally, I think
Manipulative.
manipulative. Yes, not that bad, but make people feel bad.
Yeah. It's like a sympathy.
Yeah. And he was walking on
Bait.
2 legs.
Yeah.
But when he was setting up, he brought a tongkat and suddenly he only walked with 1 leg.
It's manipulative and it's really sad because
really
there's
sad.
actual people who struggle with that and they're just faking it.
Correct. So
Not good.
I don't know. I personally feel that we need to control. We need to make sure that it doesn't endanger other people. I don't care about people giving that money or not. I only care that they are going to cause a motorcyclist nak mengelak, don't want to bang on them, go and bang on another car and somebody might be killed. That's the only reason that I'm concerned of. I don't care whether they get money or not.
Yeah. But do you notice that there's a pattern in this behavior?
Oh,
Because
share with us.
like all this action of like misbehaving in a way benefits them in some way.
Oh yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So they get like obviously the begging one get money,
Yeah.
while the one causing a ruckus get attention.
Yeah.
So in a way, people just misbehave in other people's place so that they could get attention, because obviously if you come in, like imagine you're some new kid going into some new school.
Yeah.
If you don't do anything bombastic, nobody's gonna care about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I
it's,
think this is the issue with the society nowadays.
yeah.
We have placed the focus on the wrong people to make the bad ones famous. Literally, there are so many people getting divorced every day, but then our newspaper must cover some celebrity, make them famous or whatever. Not, I don't know.
Yeah, but about what they did.
About
like
what they did,
cheating.
curang lah, this
Yeah.
lah. The husband got another 2 simpanan lah, madu here and there. I don't know why. I mean, we all know that there are people cheating. Why do you need to cover in the newspaper?
Yeah.
You're
It's like-
making stupid people famous.
And then people is like, oh, if I want to, this behavior is normal.
Yeah. And then we are like, okay, we support this person. And then the whole internet make themselves into groups. Ada yang support, ada yang tak support, ada
Yeah.
yang makcik bawang, ada yang pakcik. I don't know why. We are just, in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Anyhow, let's take a break and come back to talk more about how other countries work. Yeah. So let's take a short break, go to the toilet, and then, we'll be back in a minute. Bye. Welcome back to Chilli Discussion. Hope you had a break and enjoy our advertisement. Thank you to our advertiser to keep on our work in continuing giving the best podcast to our audience. Now, just now we talk about the people that come to our country and misbehave and not actually following our cultural rules. Do you know that there are other countries that are facing this issue?
Well, there's a lot. Do you know about the I don't think it's that trendy anymore, but I think it's still going up because the problematic person is still popular.
Okay.
Because there's this one YouTuber who goes to Japan. Do you know Japan's the forest?
Yep.
I'm not going to say the word.
Okay.
Yeah.
The forest.
Yeah. Forbidden to record
Yeah.
there, right? So that YouTuber did a vlog right there, and surprise, they saw something they shouldn't have, and they uploaded that person in their YouTube channel.
You see, there are people that literally like to do things against the rule.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, few years back, there is another YouTuber or a podcaster, I forgot. I just know that he sneaked into the forbidden area of Japan. More than a decade ago, there was an earthquake that caused the Japan nuclear plant explode, and then they had to seal the whole place. If I'm not mistaken, it's Fukushima. This person literally sneaked into that place. The place was being sealed because the radiation level was very high, and he literally go against the rule. And he's a Malaysian. He's a Malaysian.
Ruining the
Yeah,
country's
I
name.
don't know why. I mean, the rules are there for a reason. Why do you need to break the rules?
Yeah, but this is what get them noticed.
Popular. They become popular
Yeah.
because of the stupid acts.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he come out and spread maybe a disease or whatever not due to radiation to other people?
Yeah, people are gonna be like,
It's gonna
this
cause
is so
harm.
dangerous.
Yeah, it's gonna cause harm. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And there are certain things that I believe a lot of us know, but we purposely ignore. For example, nowadays on our train, MRT, LRT, we need to know that whenever you are playing a song or whatever, wear your bloody earphone.
Yeah, that's
Really, literally, whether you're on a bus or whatever it is, just wear the bloody earphone. But there will still be people that,
just watch TikTok super loud.
or calling their friends or spouse or whatever it is and talk on
Screaming.
speaker.
Yeah.
Talk on speaker. I don't know why. Yeah. And then, do you know the very popular trend nowadays? I think it was since about a decade ago, cosplaying.
Oh yeah.
But there will still be those, perverts that take cosplay as some fantasy that they have. They
Yeah.
literally go and take their upskirt picture. I don't know why.
Yeah.
We just can't enjoy the thing.
Yeah,
Why?
it's weird because if you go to any anime convention, you would sometimes see people on the side asking the cosplayer, "Can you step on me?"
Exactly. I don't know why. I mean, you are at people's place. That is a cosplay
Yeah.
convention. Everybody is there. Everybody is cosplaying with respect. Can't you just take a normal photo? Okay, the person is Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon, just take a
Yeah,
photo.
you don't have to hug. Can I
Can
hold
hug
you?
you, can hold your breast or whatever.
Yeah.
No, why? Why do we need that?
Yeah, it's over-saturation. Yeah, over-sexualization.
Exactly. We are not looking cosplayers with respect.
Yeah,
Literally, we go into their zone,
you're like,
but
oh,
we're
they're-
pretending we are the VVIP in the zone.
you think it's like some nightclub?
I have seen myself, that a cosplayer rejected a person to take photo, and he literally yelled in the whole mall as if like the cosplayer is his mate or whatever, must comply to his command. The cosplayer denied, and he was yelling in the whole mall. I was there. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Honestly, just people don't feel comfortable with you. Something might be wrong with you.
Yeah.
Why not tengok cermin?
I know. They come over. Can I take picture? And-
Exactly, using the kind of very perverted way of doing things. No idea. You're at people's place. Respect lah.
Yeah.
I mean, Japan is one of the highest disciplined place we know. I mean, it is very well known that they have very strict rules on everything.
Yeah. Need to be
And-
respectable.
Need to respect every single thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is also why they expanded so fast.
Hmm.
Even though after the Second World War they were being bombed, but they still recover very fast because of very strict discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Japan is also categorized as one of the countries that is top in pornography production, but they still produce it with respect. And then I see foreigners go there and pretending like they own Japan like that, treating the pornography artists and actresses with disrespect.
Yeah.
I have no idea. You are at people's place, just respect.
Yeah. You're just ruining your face and every one of your culture.
Yeah.
Because they think like, for example, if American did that, they're gonna be like, look at these American people.
Exactly, and especially nowadays, we don't literally only have communication between ourselves. We have this intercultural marriage. Inter-tribe marriage. Why can't you just respect other people's culture? Certain people, they don't, you know. They want to be the superior. They want to be like, you know, I am the best. So I don't understand. You get married with a person, you respect the person's culture. You know, some people, okay, me myself, I cannot accept eating insects, to be honest. In all honesty, I can't. But I don't go to the countries that eat insects and say, why you all doing this? I don't do that. I mean, they have their own culture. Why do we need to judge? What if people come and tell you prawns is actually lipas laut? You're like eating lipas, but it's laut.
Yeah.
How do you feel? I mean, we don't feel good either. So just respect.
Yeah.
It is something that is so hard in today's society. I got no idea what makes it so hard. Do you have any prior experience of dealing with such people?
I have. There's this one friend of mine. Right? Okay, this isn't like a cultural thing, but it's just how like different way people were raised.
Yeah.
So like at my house, if you finish eating, wash the dishes. Obviously you offer like, I'll wash the dishes, and obviously the house person is going to be like, no, it's okay, I'll wash. So it's like back and forth, right?
Yeah.
But they just like, okay. So at that point, it wasn't me. It was like my sister. So it's weird because like, where's the respect? So my sister have to wash his dishes. I get like gas, but like
just pretend to be sopan santun.
Yeah.
You know.
There's
That's
also
a culture, right?
Yeah. It's like for example, another example is like if you give money to your like grandson or something, you just give like, it's okay, go back and forth.
Back and forth. I think that's our culture lah, but
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people just can't take it.
Yeah, they're just like, okay,
Yeah.
this is mine.
Exactly. And then we have like you said, the rules in the house, and then actually sometimes, right, there are certain cultures that practices certain things, and then we need to go there and criticize them, making our relationship with them strained. For example, do you know that there are certain cultures in the world that eat rice with fork?
There is.
Because spoon is for soup, for liquid. So respect lah. I mean, the fork can take the rice, why not?
Yeah.
We just keep quiet lah. It's not that, you know, he eat the rice with fork, it's going to cause you pain or what.
Yeah. You know how like Malay eat with their hands?
Yeah.
In some country they think like, oh, why you eat like that? You seem like a caveman. It's weird.
I mean, in Asian culture, a lot of culture eat with hands also.
Yeah.
Indians, Malays, even the Thais, or certain other races still eat with hands. So what's the problem?
Right.
Yeah.
It's because it's different. It's bad. It's weird.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a different between cultures, but don't cause the misbehaviors and make it a reasonable reasoning among people. I think that's the most important keyword for today. For instance, there's one controversial that I'm going to share. I think people is going to dislike the video, but I don't care. In all honesty, I don't care. Because I think it's important to point it out. When our national anthem is playing, it's only reasonable for our national flag to be. But there was a group of people that put another country's flag up and rationalized, saying that we are supporting the country. I don't care whether you support the country or not. You want to support, you can hang wherever you want. But when our national anthem, Negaraku, is there, it is supposed to be our flag.
Yeah.
Nobody else. No other country is allowed. There is a group of people out there that, because we are doing the solidarity for this country, but I don't care.
Yeah.
You hang it wherever you want, but not during Negaraku.
Right. And to those people who think like it's reasonable for the action, imagine if you're having a birthday party.
Yeah.
And
somebody else came.
Yeah. It's your birthday. Everyone's singing happy birthday, and all of a sudden, when you're about to blow your candle,
somebody else.
Someone bring their child and be like, hey, blow the candle.
Yeah.
And then you're like, why? It's my birthday, and they're
Exactly.
like, oh, but he's a kid. We love him like that. Like, no, you,
So it's pure stupidity.
yeah, you would feel very sad because like, why am I not worth being celebrated?
Yeah.
Like, even it doesn't matter how like, yeah, there's time and places. You could do that after or before, not then.
Yeah. When you said that, right, it also highlighted one very important thing in our society today. A lot of people is trying to justify kids being kids. I want to slap this kind of population.
What's an example?
Okay, so sometimes children do make noise at restaurants because they have finished their food, their parents feed them, kenyang. Now it's the time for the parents to eat, but they start making noise because they want the handphone or they want to walk around because they have finished their things.
Start
Okay.
crying.
Yeah. So it is the responsibility of the parents to teach the child what is supposed to do and what is not supposed to do.
Yeah.
Instead of releasing the child out and say kids being kids, and then the child simply touches other people's private part, it's still okay because it's kids being kids.
Yeah.
And maybe 15-year-old riding a motorcycle bringing 3 other siblings together, it's still okay because kid being kid. It is just a stupid excuse.
Yeah. Very stupid.
Then what are you going to say if a male go and touches a female? Oh, boys being boys. Is it?
Yeah.
It's just a very stupid idea of you going to other people's place and trying to step into their comfort zone and do something inappropriate.
Yeah, and you're just like, I'm a guest. You should respect me as a guest,
Yeah.
like that. No,
I got no idea.
it's
I mean,
excusing their own action.
exactly. We need to make it very clear that you know where is the proper place at the proper time to do the proper things. I think that's one very important key for audience to know about it. You don't go to Perak and raise Selangor's flag. We know that very clear. You're in Perak, you raise Perak's flag. You are in Kedah, you raise Kedah's flag. You don't go to Kedah and raise Selangor's flag. We don't do that. So if we can maintain that within our own country, we should also know that we don't do that during our National Day. So stepping into the other people's shoes, you need to know where you are to do appropriate things. Yeah. So to conclude our podcast today, I would just say that our podcast today is more towards cultural relativism, yeah, which emphasize more on the understanding and honoring the custom of different cultures, even though they differ from our own, but minimize ethnocentrism attitudes and promotes an inclusive society. That is what we are actually advocating.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, it's all international. There are a lot of different people at different places in the different Earth is no longer like one society, one place. No, we are all mixing together. So we need to show respect to each other for each other's tradition and environment, and welcome ultimately transforming way of people to connect, communicate, and coexist. Yeah. Thank you, Adam, for participating in today's podcast. Sorry for being forced to sit in the podcast. Is there any last phrase that you would like our audience to know?
Not really. I think that we should keep emphasizing on that phrase of like taking off your shoes before stepping into someone's house, because that's just in actuality, like it could be applied anywhere. Like just respect people if you want to be respected. That's it.
This is his way of saying, so this is Malaysian way. Okay, if you're going into the proper English dictionary, is like when you go to the Rome, you do what the Romans do. That's what the proper place. Yeah, but that is his edition, so we are gonna keep it unique for his edition.
Yeah.
So remember, whatever you do, it represents your own respect and dignity. Respect other people before you gain the respect from other people. So that's all for today. We will see you in the next episode of Chilli Discussion. Bye bye.